How's it going, guys? Thanks for tuning back into the KC News Networks, where we decipher the BS that is the mainstream media and look into all relative content that is happening in America. So, I am sure you've heard by now about the unfortunate tragedy that has happened at Joel Osteen's megachurch. Really bad situation. You hate to see it no matter what. Just want to get that out of the way at the very beginning. Let's go ahead and hop into this article here. So, female shooter Ganesh Marino at Joel Osteen's megachurch is schizophrenic with Munchausen by proxy, who legally purchased an AR-15 despite being known to cops for mental illness. Okay, so right away, we know they're going to start pushing for the ARs like they do every single time one of their wind-up toys goes out and does something like this. So be ready for that. So let's go ahead and move on. The shooter has been identified as Ganesh Ivone Marino, 36, who previously used the name Jeffrey. Okay, interesting. She entered the church with her 5-year-old boy who was critically injured. That is unbelievably tragic that he was involved. A 57-year-old male bystander was also shot but is expected to survive. Great news right there. From the sounds of things, nobody died, so that's just awesome. Okay, so let's get into the article here. So, a Texas woman who opened fire at Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church was accused of being schizophrenic with Munchausen by proxy, but was still able to legally purchase the AR-15 she used to unleash horror on Sunday. Gunwoman Ganesh Ivan Marino, 36, had a lengthy criminal record going back to 2005, including charges of assault, weapons, marijuana possession, and forgery charges. She also had a history of mental illness and was held in an emergency detention order in 2016, police said Monday. So that is asked when you were buying a gun. It asks if you have been detained for any mental illness against your will. Okay. And so I can't even believe you can get processed through the background check if you answer that question incorrectly. So that's news to me. I figured you would have been flagged and been done right then and there and not gotten your AR. So, all right, moving on. They also revealed they found anti Semitic writings and that Marino appeared to have issues with Jewish relatives. We do believe that there is a familial dispute that has taken place between her ex-husband and her ex-husband's family, some of whom are Jewish. Police said in a press conference Marino used several identities under both genders, and it's unclear what gender she identified as. However, police said on Monday she is believed to be a biological mother of the 7-year-old boy she brought into that church with her. Oh my God, the trauma that that boy has experienced already at this point is just gonna take a lot for him to get on the right track. So let's pray for that little boy and hope that he can get the help that he needs after this event happened. Okay, so the gunwoman's mom reportedly attended the Houston megachurch, and its staff may have been questioned about the shooter during her contentious divorce battle. According to the document seen by KHOU 11, so the court records from 2022 show that Moreno's ex-mother-in-law, Wally Wally Carranza, accused her and her mother of keeping the child away from his father, Enrique Carranza, who is currently in jail in Florida for failing to register as a sex offender. Okay, so we've got a lot of dysfunction here in this family. Once again, we got to pray for that little boy and that he makes a healthy recovery after all this is done, okay? A lot of people fail to think about what the kids are going through. Okay, so all right. So Carranzo claimed Moreno had been diagnosed with schizophrenia Munchausen by proxy, and that she was investigated by a child protective services 4 times and found to have harmed the child twice. However, the mother-in-law did not show up to court, and a judge made Moreno the managing conservator of the boy, now fighting for his life after being shot in the head in a gunfight. Despite the sordid history, Texas officials revealed on Monday that Moreno was able to legally purchase an assault rifle in December. Moreno entered the megachurch with a 7-year-old boy and just before a Spanish language service was set up to begin. She was wearing a trench coat and backpack and carrying a yellow rope that appeared to be a detonation cord. Oh my lord. Okay, how did she get detonation cord? Okay, there's some red flags here that don't aren't really adding up for me. All right, so who, how that is not an everyday item that anybody has access to. Okay, so that's very confusing that she was able to pull that off. So she sprayed some type of substance on the ground and started firing before two off-duty cops who were working at the megachurch shot her dead, police said. The child was also critically injured and is not expected to survive them. Oh man, I did not know that. Okay, that is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate that the kid is going to be the casualty here. Like once again, let's just keep our prayers out for that little boy. So all right, so County District Attorney's Office told the Houston Chronicle police said on Monday they believe she is the biological mother of the child who was shot in the head. A 57-year-old bystander was shot in the leg during the gunfire exchange but is expected to recover. Okay, so images from the scene of the shooting show the chaotic moment. Terrified congregants run to safety and hearing several gunshots fired. Police Chief Troy Finer said it was not clear whether the young child was struck by the officers, a 28-year-old Houston police officer and a 38-year-old agent with the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commissions, um, who returned to fire. Houston police and the FBI were were seen searching a home in Conroe about 15 minutes north of the Lakewood Church, believed to be connected to the shooting on Sunday night. Chief Viner said after the woman began shooting, both officers engaged her and the woman was killed. Moreno allegedly claimed she had a bomb, but officials did not find anything in her backpack or car. Okay, so man, I'm still stuck on the detonation cord. Honestly, there's no way unless she like knows somebody from like a mine or something along those lines. There's no way a normal person would ever get that. So pretty big red flag for me. So he praised the officers for quickly confronting the woman, adding she had a long gun and it could have been a lot worse. There's absolutely no doubt about that. I think this was a miracle that a lot more people were not hurt in this event. Okay, so the shooting happened between services at the megachurch that is regularly attended by 45,000 people every week, making it the third largest megachurch in the U.S., according to the Hartfield Institute of Religion Research. Osteen's televised sermons reach about 100 countries. It was not clear where Osteen was at the time, but he joined police at a news conference afterward and said the church is devastated. Man, I hate to say this, but I really think this dude is loving all the attention he's getting for his church. I'm just gonna say it. He is relishing this. I know that sounds pretty extreme to say, but I, for a long time, have thought that this dude's been a sellout. And when he's more focused on the money. And let's be real here, he's getting all the advertising he needs right now. So all right, but he added that the shooting could have been much worse if it had happened during a larger 11 a.m. service. Okay, so he added he would pray for the victims and for the woman who did the shooting and their families. We're going to stay strong. We're going to continue to move forward, Osteen said after authorities spoke. There are forces of evil, but the forces that are for us, the forces of God, are stronger than that. So we're going to keep going strong and just, doing what God's called us to do. Lift people up and give hope to the world. Witnesses told reporters that they have heard multiple gunshots shortly before the church's 2 p.m. Spanish language was set to begin. All right, so now we got a lot of pictures here of what's going on. Looks like a lot of red flags to me. I hear that the woman had Free Gaza uh, imprinted onto her gun, scribbled on there. Not too sure how it was put on there, but yeah, just has got kind of all the red flags for any of the events that we've seen in the past where it looks like they're a wind-up toy. So take it for what you will. All right, guys, have a good rest of the day or night later on.